Yeah, that's the thing. You talk about the payoff, and we say anarchy in the arena. Bryan Danielson being in the match means Bryan Danielson probably gets pinned, but then you have Dax there also. So you have two guys that like to get pinned. So now you got to figure out who's going to take the fall, or do they both take it at the same time?
Both at the same time. I mean, if we're going to be realistic about this, it's going to have to be a both at the same time situation. I mean, it's anarchy in the arena. You can do whatever you want. Danielson can be getting pinned over here while Dax is getting pinned on a completely different side of the arena. Like,
I'm glad we cleared that up. I'm sure there'll be some rock, paper, scissors and some coin flip in the back to just figure out who ultimately takes the pinfall at Double or Nothing. But that's the point of the Tony Khan thing, is like, where is the payoff and where is the comeuppance for some of these guys? Kenny coming back will be great. Kenny versus Okada will be great. We can always say that. But I just feel like there's some more intrigue and there's some other things you can do. And then Jack Perry continuing to elevate him to where ultimately I think he has some singles gold. I think there's more possibilities to go right now when it comes to the Elite.
Yeah, because who else is going to step up for AEW, right? Like after Team AEW presumably loses at the pay-per-view, who's going to step up and who else is going to represent AEW? I'm actually surprised that, and maybe they have different plans for Mox, but given how he was the big reveal at the first Double or Nothing show when he showed up, and granted he was opposed to Kenny Omega at that point, I don't know if they have a different plan with him since he's the New Japan champion currently right now.
IWGP, there you go.
IWGP, there we go. Since he's the current IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, I don't know if they're going to have him defend that at Double or Nothing, or if he was going to be doing something else. I mean, storyline-wise, it still makes sense after Danielson and Eddie had their feud, and they respect each other once again. So it makes sense that they would still be on the same page. I just thought that maybe Mox would fold back into that because Mox has been Mr. AEW. Anytime they need Jon Moxley or anytime they need someone to step up, here's Mox. But maybe that comes further down the line, right? Maybe Mox ends up being part of a team that ultimately puts Team AEW over the top. I'm not sure. So it does seem like the possibilities are more with, I mean, I think the point is both these things are cooking right now. Both 100%. These things are really fun. There's more possibilities with the Elite because, are people going to be added to the Elite and who's stepping up? Whereas the Bloodline is very much, who's going to be involved with the Bloodline? Because I thought that maybe Randy Orton and Kevin Owens weren't quite done with the Bloodline yet, but Randy Orton's in the King of the Ring tournament. Right? So, okay. I mean, I guess we'll see what happens tomorrow night on SmackDown, but it kind of seems like, Randy's now in the King of the Ring tournament. He's got to worry about that. Can't really worry about the Bloodline. Maybe he ends up facing Tama Tonga somewhere down the line. But the Bloodline is very contained to itself, whereas the Elite's possibilities are endless because it can stretch out for the entire roster.
Right, but that's the thing with the Bloodline. It's like when we ultimately get that Civil War, we're still 3 months away, SummerSlam in Cleveland. Like, it's not going to happen at Clash at the Castle. It's not going to happen in Saudi in a few weeks. Like, we're still a while away from that payoff. And I don't think Anarchy the Arena is the payoff of the Elite story. But with Bloodline, like I said, I just feel like we're just sort of treading water. It's just waiting for Roman. And there were rumors out there. I'll admit I did not start them. Sammy possibly rejoining the other Bloodline. Then you got me. If Sammy somehow reunites with the Usos, now we're cooking.
The what?
Yeah. Ooses. Yeah. Like plural oos.
No. Are you having a series of small strokes? What's that? The oos what?
The plural of oos. No? Like oos. Honorary oos. Now you have two ooses. Ooses.
Okay. No? I don't. Okay.
The oosai?
Oosai? All right. Fine.
The oosai. More t-shirts out there.
Right.
More t-shirts.
That's all we're trying to do.
But ultimately, Gabe, you know what we're waiting for? We're waiting for what you guys laid out with SummerSlam. Mm-hmm. Roman Reigns and the Usos against Bloodline 2.0. That's what we're waiting for here. That's what's going. I think that's going to happen. That might be the matchup in Cleveland in SummerSlam.
Do we get The Rock for that?
The Rock is busy with the WWE Championship at that time.
Well, okay. See, that's interesting. Just because you're going to need, as much as we just wanted to make fun of Brian for that, again, if Jacob Fatu shows up as expected before SummerSlam, they're then going to have four. They're going to have four on the one side, and if you just have the Usos and Roman, you're going to need a fourth on the other side.
There's one honorary Us in that company. Just saying. It's laid out for him.
Just anything to get Sami Zayn on the card. What? I mean, is that enough?
He's champ, man.
Okay, he's Intercontinental champion. Can he just defend the title? Does he have to just glom on to this bloodline story?
That's an honorary Uso. He's the third brother. Remember, he was in the picture with Rikishi and the Usos.
Plus, we literally just did the brand split, man. He's over on Raw. Can we at least pretend that means something for a month?
So is Jay. Jay's on Raw, right?
Yeah,
I'm never
Jay
confident
is on
in
Raw.
that. Yeah, Jay's on
Raw.
Raw.
Jay is on Raw. That's a good call.
All right.
That's a good call. Damn it.
And of course, it's WWE. That doesn't matter.
Right.